After a 40-minute morning flight, a coach took us to Kunming. The highlight of this region was the stone forest, a formation covering some 400 square kilometers. As you wander through the limestone forest, you see some pinnacles of rocks taking on the shape of animals and mystical beasts, magnificent shapes on which legends are based. Our golf cart took us back to our coach. The next morning, we flew for 2 hours 45 minutes to Shanghai. The tall city buildings were impressive. This is one of the world's largest cities and the center of China's trade and industry. They have the highest average income per household in China. The subway has 12 lines. After lunch, we went to the Bund. It is a waterfront promenade lined with a mile of European-style buildings. The heart of colonial Shanghai is flanked on one side by the Huangpu River and the other by the hotels, banks, offices, and clubs. Most of the old buildings are still there. Thousands of locals do Tai Chi exercise here in the morning. The Skyway Pullman Hotel was home for the next 2 nights. The views from our window were impressive during the day and at night.
Do it now.
Okay, got it.
It's changing all the time. Now is really good.
Walking around the hotel grounds was lovely. Chinese acrobatics has existed for more than 2,000 years. The troops are considered China's finest at this ancient craft. way to the Shanghai Museum. The Art and History Museum has artifacts from all dynasties. It has a collection of over 120,000 pieces and displays some of the best cultural relics from China's Neolithic period to the Qing dynasty, a span over 5,000 years. The building opened in 1995. There are 14 galleries on 4 floors, all encircling a spacious cylindrical atrium. We are going to visit the Silk Museum. A demonstration at the silk factory was fascinating.
the baby worms just from the eggs. So you find the silkworm, the body is quite tiny and small, right? That looks like an ant. So the farmer like call the baby worm ant silkworm. And this kind of green leaf, we know that was the mulberry leaf, the tree from the mulberry. Remember, that was only delicious food for the silkworms. So when the babies come out, the farmer just feed the silkworm mulberry leaf. And they're moving, they keep banging the leaves. During the 5 days, they have 3 days go eating, never stop, day and night. And 3 days later, they have 1 day go sleep. When they wake up, they shed the skin off and they change their body size. It's quite like a snake, all right? So when it goes 5 days, look at the silkworm. It just change the body color, but the body is still small and tiny, all right? Now when it goes 10 days, the body getting bigger like this face. 10 days silkworm. Now 15 days, how big of the worm? This is a 15 days worm. So when it goes 10 days, the body getting bigger like this. The worm, they eat a lot of mulberry leaf. So the worm always change their body fast, alright? So when it goes less than 5 days, the 25 days worm, look at the larger worm. The body coming larger like this. The worm body goes 25 days will change more transparent. It's quite clearly. So the 25 days worm they stop eating. But they always like holding the body and they shift them head. They just give farmer sand. That means I want to build a house. So the farmer just leave the worm on the grass mountain. So the worm found a good place from the moth to spin the silk fiber out. So when the worm spinning the silk, you will find the fiber is really thin. It's quite like a spatter. But when the worm builds a house wrapping the bodies inside, the silkworm is not that. The body just will shrink. And it will change your life coming into the pupa. That was the second life for the silkworm. And then the pupa, it goes flat out, turn into the moth again. So at the same time, they just lining the cocoon, they make new generations, the season by seasons. But remember, the silkworm moth is not butterfly. It can fly away. But it's very interesting. When the moth just come out, alright? They're like shaking their wings. You know what they do?
Mating.
Sorry?
Shaking and mating?
Yeah, great. How did you know?
That's why they pay me the big money.
Okay, so right here, look at these. These are the real, the live one. You can get one and it keeps shaking. You ever heard of a artist inside the brush? We always keep brushing the word like this. Now, the chill part. Look at that's all of the star, the beginnings, alright? So the one of the cover from the cocoon, that was a one filament. Feel this. It's really hard to see that, alright? But that's quite strong and durable. And when it get pulled, see that was the continuous one, right? Doesn't get break. But after we get the ends, we can't take one to make it work. We have 8 of that, 8 of silk to make one of the silk thread like this. The one fiber is too thin. So we put 8 getting thicker to make one silk thread like this. But right here, the beginning is a round paper shape. So when the machine go running, we're just unwinding. So they come to one and the cocoon just keep moving, jumping in the water, right? So when it's stuck, that is the downward. We take already have beginning ones to change and that continues. We do the fabric, that depends on the weight, how many kilos. So right here, they never stop, just the gap continues. And one cocoon like this, remember, that was 1,500 meters long silk. But even quite longer filaments like this, that nothing we can do. For example, we just make a tie. One of the silk tie, we need a 700 cocoon. So no wonder the silk was expensive. We do have a lot of work. So we work by hand. We got alternate. You see that's 2 bodies inside. Maybe couple, maybe twins, alright? So we just got that double. And we just take inside the body, the pupa. We take that out. And we try to keep stretch, make that even in the water. She pull on the smaller piece, and then the smaller go stretching, work on the bigger ones. Now layer by layer, we take the 3 of double ones to make one part right here, but we need 10 of that, work on the bigger ones. Now when we dry the one part like this, that was 30 double ones. Now you see, we just keep hand stretching, we can do the larger piece like this. Now right here, you can touch this. It's quite thin, all right? Just a few layers. But if you try to pull that, you see, we can't do that break, you know? We do have a most young. Remember, right here, no matter what size you have, we just keep pulling like this. I always do that layer by layers. Even you have bigger, like a Super King, California king size, always doing like this.
So if you get a bigger bed,
yes,
you have to have more.
Just, you know, not more. That depends on the weight, you know, how thickness you have. But the silk with 1,000 meters long fabric. Now when it keeps stretching, even you have bigger like California king, we just stretch that more and more. Just to keep pulling in larger, that's okay.
Only in California.
Yeah, see, the whole pieces when they keep stretched, doesn't get break, all right? And we just keep in stretching like this. And also,
Just pick it up there.
when the master making the work like this, we don't need a mask. You know the silk is a natural green leaves, all right? So when it keeps stretching, no firms. And that means the silk doesn't produce the dust. And we don't need a mask because that's really good for the asthma. Yeah. And that no dust. Yeah.
And how do you clean it?
You know, in Shanghai, for the locals, we just like that was the price. So remember, in China, if you like buying the silk duvet like this, the prices they charge you by weight, how thick this you got, no matter what size you pay. You know why? The thickness don't match the temperatures. So if you're from a tropical climate, always summertime, like Hawaii, like India, like Philippines, all right? You have 1,250 or 1,500 grams. That's enough. If your temperatures is quite similar, like here, like Shanghai, more like California, you got 2,000 watts. But you from Canada, you live in Beijing, you from the UK, you live in New York, you got a heavier weight like this. That's good for your temperature years around. But you say, I'm from Alaska, and I'm a really cold lady, or you're like cold man, you got a weight like this. If you say I live in Siberia, you got a very heaviest one.
The silk pictures were beautiful. A few minutes were spent at their store. We were on our way to Yu Yuan Garden. It is the garden of the Mandarin Yu Yuan, built in 1577 and containing pools, a tea house, and a ceremonial zigzag bridge. The bridge protects the entrance as evil spirits can't turn corners. It occupies 5 acres and has 30 pavilions. Although relatively small, it is impressive thanks to its intricate design, with pavilions, rockeries, and ponds recalling an ancient architectural style. The old-style buildings and fanciful roofs are appealing. The walls divide the garden into 6 scenic areas, which makes it feel like a maze. The white walls in the garden are topped by an undulating dragon. It has one of the best Ming rockeries and one of the largest. The Chinese garden design uses 4 main elements: rocks, water, plants, and architecture. Yu Yuan means garden of peace and comfort. 1,000 people visit it daily. This plaza was near the garden. We wondered what the people were looking at this peep show.
撒尿了！咱娘的老头一脑袋，我的天，这小孩够调皮的！哎，还有没有了？身体不分级，外看一张皮，内看一通天。齐天大圣孙悟空，降妖除魔显神通，举起如意金箍棒，三足牛打白骨精。看到没有？白骨精被打现原形。
These streets were passed on our way to the farewell dinner. Some of our group and local guide are shown. The next morning, we had some free time to see the area near the hotel before we left for the airport.